Group 4 presents, do the advantages to animals in research outweigh the disadvantages in terms of ethics and medical advancements? Non-human animals have been used in biomedical research throughout history. Varying ethical perspectives have arisen towards a viewpoint of using animals in research. This remains a prevalent issue in society today. Here's a classic example. Insulin medications have drastically improved the quality of life for people with diabetes due to the findings from tests on dogs and monkeys. From the photos above, do you think it's ethical to animal test to prevent human suffering?
Galen was a Roman physician who performed vivisections on live animals to be able to develop theories about the human anatomy. It was until the late 50s that the 3 Rs were established by zoologist William Russell and microbiologist Rex Birch as the foundation for many animal welfare laws.
Most media coverage of animals in research focuses on the negative aspect of animals in research, specifically the mistreatment of animals used in the lab. Squirrel monkeys are being used in a study focusing on how various levels of nicotine attribute to nicotine addiction in young adults. 4 monkeys who were being used died during the study, and the FDA halted the study. Most of the media celebrated the FDA's decision. In a study conducted at a Texas A&M facility, golden retrievers are being bred specifically to have muscular dystrophy in order to study its effects and possible cures. The media claims that breeding dogs have a disorder is cruel and unnecessary.
One of, if not the most dominant and positively viewed animal rights organizations in the world is the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, most commonly referred to as PETA. Along with animal suffrage within the food industry, clothing trade, and the entertainment industry, PETA's main focus is to highlight the mistreatment and unethical exploits of animals being used in lab research. They emphasize on the jarring imagery of the gruesome process and potential long-term impacts, be that physically, mentally, or emotionally, that these testings bring upon the animals, and also the seemingly little that humans gain from such testings.
Although there is a lot of negativity out there about animal testing, there are many advantages people tend to overlook. For instance, one article tells of patients with quadriplegia being able to use their limbs again due to bionic devices developed by scientists. This breakthrough was made thanks to decades of research using monkeys. Another breakthrough made with these animals was deep brain stimulation, used to treat symptoms of Parkinson's patients. In prolonged research projects, the number of animals used is also very small, with only 2 monkeys used in these specific studies. Animal use in testing also have significantly less sophisticated levels of thinking than humans. However, since their basic cognitive functions are similar, they're adequate for research. The final advantage, but certainly not the least important one, is that there are no better alternatives to animal testing.
Scientific press advantages. When a new drug or surgical technique is introduced, it has been deemed unethical to practice these on humans because of the possibility of it causing harm rather than good. Through inbreeding of animals such as mice, genetically identical animals can be tested to compare different procedures and their results. The number of animals used for testing is less than 1% of the number of animals killed for food, used for recreation, or for companionship.
Testing, vaccinations, and operations performed on animals in labs for research don't always react or produce the same results in humans. Immobilization stress, electrical shock stress, and temperature stress are just a few examples of the stress that the animals are put through when they are being tested. These are not the only disadvantages in testing, but they are main concerns to scientists today.
To answer the question, despite PETA being a main proponent against the ethicality of testing, many medical advancements have evolved through animal testing. Ultimately, human lives are viewed as more valuable than the lives of animals. Thus, the advantages of animal testing outweigh the disadvantages.